Hi everyone, my name is Michael. I want to tell you about my sister Alexa, who pretends to be an angel. Except I managed to unravel her essence, which at first gave me the creeps. Anyway, listen up. Alexa is pretty cute on the outside. To me, she's average, but we often have some guys come to our house with flowers in their hands. Alex pretty much blows them all away. It's not that she doesn't date, she just says she doesn't have time for it. She's right because she's hardly ever home. Alexa, unlike me, has a good reputation among all my relatives, including my parents. She's a straight-A student, graduated high school with a gold medal, went to college with a cool scholarship, and moved to another town away from home. Her folks always made an example of her, and it pissed me the hell off. I suspected she had a dark side and always wanted to find out what it was. Mom, can I go to Alex's for the vacation? Only if she doesn't mind. You know she studies and works hard, she's involved in college life, she does volunteer work, and she also has I know she has a good heart and she does charity work for the underprivileged. Why are you getting mad? Who forbade you to be like her? Why do you have to be like her? To be like her? Maybe I don't want to. Yeah, I'd be happy to. You have one child like that, and that's it. And don't bring it up, Mom, you know how mad I get. But you should go and read a couple of books instead of getting pissed off. With what? I'm learning as much as I can. By the way, I'm good at something, too, aren't I? Your guitar playing isn't enough to earn a living. Oh, you think I'm that stupid? And my music class? Eh? By the way, my idols are stadiums. What about you? When are you planning to do it? You'd have been in college long ago if you'd blown the opportunity and prepared for exams. Not again, Mom. I told you, I had an important meeting with my sponsor that day. I couldn't. Anyway, let's not talk about old times. And the thing is, I miss her. May I? I decided to take it easy so I wouldn't get in a fight and get out. I figured if I can't do better than my sister, I'll make her worse, it's easier, right? Oh. I don't even know. Ask her first, okay? She wrote that she's okay with it. Are you sure? Yes, Mom, that's it, I'm leaving for her tomorrow. I specifically wanted to come out of the blue to find something. And my mom wouldn't have been able to check because I couldn't reach my sister in the evenings. I quickly packed my gear, woke up at dawn, and drove there. It was a long drive, but I didn't even make a stop to get there before dinner. I wanted to catch my sister off guard, and I knew it was her day off. I arrived and entered without knocking. Alex always left a spare key in the flower pot. For all that she didn't like houseplants, she grew them on the veranda. Her most hated flower was the violet. Alexa thought it was the flower of death. And that's where she kept her house keys. I found them and said, "Hey, sister, you're still the same." When I entered the house, however, I didn't immediately realize that that was where I was. It was a mess everywhere. Things were lying on the floor, dirty dishes in the sink, and thick curtains covering the windows. Yuck, Alexa, is someone dead and rotten in your house? There was silence in response. Alexa, you're home, I can smell it on you. I looked for her in all the rooms. Finally, I entered her bedroom. Before I could open the door slightly, I was hit in the forehead with something hard. Ouch. That's it, I passed out. I came to my senses when my sister was slapping me on the cheeks. Hey, are you okay? All normal? You're cool to meet guests, especially your own brother. I'm sorry, but why did you come unannounced? I missed you, so I came. What, did you fight with your mom again? Yeah, I can't take it anymore. I decided to go away to your place for a few days. Otherwise, my mom and I are just gonna hate each other. I see. Come on, you could have at least called. What's the point? You're not picking up the phone anyway. Sometimes. Why is your place such a mess? You've always been a good student, a smart girl, a neat girl. Alexa drank water from a bottle and said she had 2 friends staying with her for a couple of nights and left everything behind. I took a little sniff. What were you drinking? What makes you think that? You stink. Man, 1 glass, honestly. You make me uncomfortable, I'll throw you out. Got it. Not a word to Mom. Yeah, I lied, but I wanted to find out something stronger. It didn't take long. You sleep in the living room. Don't go to my room. Okay. What's in there? Well, if you don't want to see my underwear on the dryer. Oh, ew, I get it. Also, my basement is being fumigated. They found rats, so don't open the door. Gross, got it. I get it, that's exactly where I need to go. We went, Alexa left for business and I stayed home, told her I would sleep until tonight. As soon as she left, I ran to her bedroom, but it was locked. Knowing my sister, there had to be a spare key somewhere. So I started looking for it. I went through everything, and I found it. But it didn't fit. It seemed strange, so where did this key come from? Anyway, after spending an hour picking the lock, I got tired and went to rest. I came up with a plan to break into her stuff. And I was about to fall asleep when I heard some knocking. Ah, it's the rats making noise, I thought and closed my eyes, but the noise increased. I knocked on the door and there was a knockback. Do rats do that? I asked myself, and then I remembered about the fumigation and the keys. After thinking about it a bit, I still opened the door and went downstairs. There was no light, so I had to turn on a flashlight. As soon as I shined the light on the strange silhouette, I got scared. Aw shit, who are you? A man was sitting in front of me with his hands, feet, and mouth tied. He asked me to release him, but I was confused. And then my sister texted me that she was on her way home, asking what I should grab from the market. I ran out of there frightened, put my keys back, and texted that I had nothing. When she arrived, I pretended to lie down and sleep, though my knees were shaking. My sister acted strangely, she looked at the door and then asked me if I had gone in there. I answered in a trembling voice that no, like there were rats in there. She took something out of the room and left again. I went down to the basement. This time I went closer and untied his mouth. The stranger shouted, "Water." I brought him water and gave him something to drink, and then he cried and said he had been kidnapped by my sister and she had been holding him for 3 days. He asked me to release him and promised to keep silent. I was very scared, but I didn't want any trouble and so I decided to untie him. He thanked me and ran away. That's when I knew there was something wrong. So I went to break open the door. I kicked it open and when the door flew open, I saw a cache of ammunition, weapons, money, and everything else on her bed. God, Alexa, where did you go? I picked up the phone and was about to call the cops, but then a voice came from behind me. I knew I shouldn't have left you here. I turned around and got hit in the face with something. I woke up in the backseat of the car. Alexa was driving, and my hands were tied. Oh, God, no. Are you awake? Don't kill me, please. I still want to live. Who will our mother stay with? Think about her? Shut up, asshole. I'm not killing you. You're going home. Wait, who are you, Alexa? Why the hell did you let him out? You were holding a man prisoner. I told you not to go into my room and not to open the basement door. You did the opposite. I always knew you were just pretending. What, are you a drug dealer? A hitman? Yeah. What are the other options? Come on, Alexa. I'm scared. Stop it. I told you I should have called first before I came here. Why did you come? Honestly? I was bored. She swerved the car sharply and I bumped my head. Ow. Speak quickly. I wanted to find dirt and prove to my mother that you're no angel, that's all. Ah, sneaky brother. You gonna kill me now? Later. What? We're being chased. Hold on. And we drove off at full speed. I'd never been so scared. A minute later shots rang out from the back of the black Jeep. I crouched down in the backseat and lay crying, while my sister stomped forward. A moment later we were in a deserted area and Alexa pulled out her gun and started firing back and forth at the wheels of the Jeep. It instantly rolled over and fell behind. She stopped, got out of the car, and walked in their direction. A shot rang out from the Jeep and my sister, like a Terminator, pulled out her gun and pointed it at the guy who was sitting in our basement. Oh shit, I yelled as I got out of the car. That man aimed it at me. I squeezed my eyes shut and another shot rang out. I opened my eye and saw the man lying on the ground unconscious. My sister was standing next to me, and then the cops came. I yelled that I wasn't involved, that she wasn't my sister and I didn't know her. Only at the station, they calmed me down. Retard, I'm a cop. What, a cop? Don't tell Mom. She wanted me to be an economist, a doctor at most. Shit, and that guy? He's a criminal. I kept him home so his buddies wouldn't find him at the station, and then you almost ruined the operation. I came home even more humiliated than I left. That's when I realized my sister wasn't pretending to be an angel, she was him.